And kind of the same thing for Luigi. Like, for a long time, people had him in, like, bottom 20, which I always thought was insane.
But now people fully realizing that touch of death potential that this plumber has. Is we're going to get into game one between Anarchy and Spickles going to PS2. I mean, also, too, there's not a lot of Greninjas anymore. It is just Anarchy since Suna retired, right?
Yeah, it does seem that way. You know, getting a great opening to start here. You were never safe versus Luigi, obviously, but it's awesome to get on the board first. He's also at 20, which makes it just a little bit harder for him to die off of one interaction. I'm not exactly sure how susceptible Greninja is to the 0 to death, but I know it technically works on every character.
Greninja, a lot more of a fast faller, so it does work better on the fast falls.
That makes sense.
Greninja's so slippery, so it's just hard for Luigi to really find that opening. We saw in the start off this stock, Anarchy just constantly weaving around Spickles with a bunch of these dash attacks and back airs and taking that time to really get the percent he's at now. But Spickles, obviously playing Luigi, packs a lot more of a punch, so even if Anarchy mixes up his movement, the moment he makes that mistake, it's a big punch in the face or a big kick to the face, and he's just going to take that stock.
Yeah, and Anarchy, now Luigi's in the worst situation possible. He's off stage. Luigi has a really good vertical recovery, but wow, great Cyclone from ledge to reclaim space and get back to center. But this edge guard's not over.
No, Anarchy just holding strong. I think that's just going to save him with the misfire, and not going to get the forward air. Great grab to call that out. Both parties just struggling to kill each other right now, but just goes to show how evenly matched both these players are. I mean, even though they don't play at 4-4 never played at 4-4.
Yeah, apparently.
They clearly know each other quite well, as both parties over 130. Down B not going to get punished. I love the drift from Spickles when he's doing those cyclones, but it's not enough, as the F-tilt going to come out from Anarchy to take stock number one.
All right, we got a juggle situation here, but a Nair going to trade and kill off the top. You know, Luigi can throw out a lot of hitboxes in a row, and if you're not completely true with those combos, which a lot of times Greninja up airs aren't, you're going to get a trade, and there that trade working in Luigi's favor. Again, 67% on the board, and we have another situation where Luigi's off stage. I love the attempt at using the water gun to force him under the stage there and gimp him. Doesn't work this time, but that's such a clever option.
Yeah, even with Spickles having a jump there, that would have just killed him, but not going Anarchy's way. But he's Greninja just doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah, maybe this is why no one plays him anymore.
Hey, I don't know Anarchy changed his name to Nobody, but that's crazy.
Nobody else.
Ah, true. Spickles trying to find it. Like, honestly, I mean, you were saying it earlier, it's really hard to find that kill for Spickles. He has to just do an aerial rather than your traditional grab combo.
Yep. And the main weakness Luigi has is that really slow airspeed. He has incredible aerials, but wow, that water gun to force him up into the air and then find the back air. Beautiful stuff here. Is it water gun or hydro pump?
I believe it's hydro pump.
Oh, cool. I wasn't sure which water move.
Squirtle has
Squirtle's water gun. That makes sense, but either way, using the win box from that to create a beautiful edgeguard situation.
Yeah, and Spickles, I mean, you'd think for Luigi, right, it's not nickel and diming, but we haven't really seen like the Nair into up Bs. We haven't seen the grab combos. Ooh, maybe now.
And on PS2, it's still not quite going to kill. Great DI, not getting mixed up. Yeah, and the back air going to catch the landing. And this is a moment for Spickles. He needs to convert, and he does find a dare. It was techable, but not going to happen, and we're back to a near even game.
I mean, I was just trying to say he was nickel and diamond, but he just wanted me to shut up and let him do the work. As Spickles going to take that stock, but it's got to be a little bit careful here. These rolls have been getting called out a lot in this game number one, and Hydro Pump going to try and send Spickles in a bad spot. Holding ledge a little too long here. Anarchy's looking to make this edge guard worth it to take game number one.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, again, the Hydro Pump doing so much to throw off Spickles' usual recovery and forcing him into a situation where he has to take an early air dodge, and he is right there to punish.
And so many creative routes for Greninja to really kill Luigi. Like, even if it isn't with a Hydro Pump, you could do an F-tilt, you do a down tilt into a forward air. And with Hydro Pump, it puts Luigi in such a weird spot, and it just happens to be perfectly in the midst for Greninja to get a kill.
Yeah, and that one, if we're playing normal nickel and dime back and forth neutral, Greninja's going to win.
Oh, of course.
We need to see those big stocks from Luigi in order to make this one closer to even. Spickles needs to find a grab in neutral, needs to find some way to kill him, like sub 50,
He needs
as
to figure
Luigi's
out how
known
to
to do.
get through the slipperiness. Like, we've
Yeah.
seen a lot of these dash-ins, dashes out from Anarchy, and it's been great because it's caused Spickles to get like reactive and do something like a grab that's not good, which is what allows Anarchy to get these long extended edge guards and get those stocks. So Spickles, exactly right, Solo Jones.
Are you from the South?
I am from Ohio.
Okay. Have you ever been down in a creek and tried to catch a frog?
I have.
It's tough, right?
It is tough.
They're slippery little bastards. They get away from you.
That's what Anarchy's doing right now.
Absolutely.
Being slippery, and the fishing from this plunger net not in the favor of Spickles right now.
Yeah.
As just laughs coming out from both parties here.
I can't believe they never play. They look like best friends.
That's
on
what
the
I'm
mic.
saying. Like, I feel like Super Major's lying to me.
Yeah.
But Anarchy and Spickles going to small battlefield, maybe going to be a little bit easier to kill off the top for Spickles when he can't find those grabs. Because like all of Anarchy's kills have been off the side. So it doesn't really matter changing this stage. So maybe Spickles just wants to get these grabs, to get these kills off the top, especially if he can't get that 0 to death that we're used to seeing from Luigi.
Yeah, I think we also wanted to see a smaller stage so that he could find openings, and here is one. Can he convert it into a kill? What an unconventional combo route.
Double parry to get up to 96%. That's the explosiveness we were talking about, Solo.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? I think he kind of needed to convert that into a kill there in order to get a true advantage. Now at 106%, he has to find the right opening. It can't just be any hit versus Greninja. And Anarchy going to work his way back to stage without dying.
That is true, but he's going to get the up smash to
That'll do
catch
it.
that landing from Anarchy. And even if he doesn't immediately get the stock off of that like grab combo we just saw, Anarchy's getting impatient with the jumps, and he's trying to really find his way in when he's the one down. He's a very reactive player when it comes to both these players. Just love pressing the button when they are down. So, especially for Spickles playing Luigi, they're going to love that. They're going to love just throwing their noggin out there and taking stocks, or their giant fist to take those stocks off of aggressive Greninja aerials. So Anarchy now the one off the back foot, but not for long, as he's going to catch the drop from Plat with F smash.
Yeah, always nice to see a good old-fashioned read come out and take a stock, even this late into the meta. Great F smash there from Anarchy. And again, I wonder if the parries are going to be the key here for Spickles. He can't. It's hard to aggress with a character this much slower, but you might be able to play some key defense and find big openings.
Yeah, we're seeing Anarchy do a lot of landing nairs and forward airs, like to try and just put space on Spickles. So we saw what happened in Stock 1 when Anarchy tried to do that. Can we see it again?
Yeah, there is a parry punish right there, finding a little dash attack, which is going to lead into a big situation. Finding the down B, and I don't know if it was a mix on DI or not, but that time it killed.
And the lower ceiling on small.
Yeah, I think it's a little lower. I know PS2 has a fairly low one as well. I'm not sure the exact stats on that, but either way it works out, and tragic.
Spickles. Huge for Anarchy. I mean, we saw what Spickles did with that lead in this first stock of game 2. Anarchy is going to take full advantage as Greninja up smash working for the first time this set.
Yeah, one thing Luigi does best is play off of fear. That up air's not going to kill.
No way. Anarchy just riding this momentum so well, but what were you trying to say?
I was saying Luigi works best when your opponent is afraid. Like, he wants you to shield so he can grab you. Anarchy showing no fear, but this conversion would strike fear into the hearts of anybody.
Trying to go for the F smash. That was scary. The up smash not going to get the sweet spot to kill Spickles there. And all of a sudden, we're at an even game.
Yeah, this is 100% an even game. 85%. You could still survive 1 or 2 more interactions if you're Luigi. You need to find the right hit to kill Greninja. Will that forward air kill? No, not
no
quite.
No jump online either, so Hydro Pump going to come into full effect. Never mind, we're just going to do another back air and take the stock. But the crazy thing is that wouldn't have worked if Spickles didn't fall out of this first back air. He got sent up, and then the back air sent him further up than it was intended to. And that just caused Anarchy to get the perfect edge guard once again. A little bit of a scarier situation this time with Spickles being more potent with these combos, but again, not enough. The SD especially giving Anarchy that momentum to take home that game.
Yeah, the weaknesses of Luigi really being shown there. No jump off stage. It should be checkmate. And that is indeed what happened. But now Spickles has to figure something out. That game was looking really good up until he died at like 80.
They had a great start with the Nair punish. And back air is kind of awkward. Back air is great to parry, but it's awkward because Greninja can just space it. So even with some of the options Greninja has, parrying it's not enough. So you just have to be calling out these nairs and the forward airs to really make your mark. And also, like, even when you're not getting a parry, we're not seeing the nairs into up Bs, the up tilts into up Bs. It feels like the explosiveness still isn't there for Spickles.
Yeah, I think Anarchy's doing an excellent job of spacing his moves on shield so that even when he gets parried, all Spickles is finding is a down tilt, and ooh, scary situation there. Oh, there we go. See, he finds a down tilt. That time he gets a grab into the up B. Excellent stuff. So every time he has found that down tilt off a parry, he has gone for a grab, and every time Anarchy has jumped instead. I wonder what clued him in there that Anarchy was going to get scared in shield, because it works out this time.
Yeah, finding that kill, getting another parry off these back airs. It feels like Spickles really holding on to that parry game plan and taking it into full effect now. And the spacing from Anarchy as well, not being as good on these back airs as of these last couple interactions. So can Spickles continue to hold on and recognize that as Anarchy gets desperate for this kill?
Oh, wow. Just going to find the raw up smash out of a he like fell out of a combo there and just did it.
Yep.
Anarchy with some excellent reactions here. Oh, wow. Yeah, getting the Zair, going for the up tilt to call out the spot dodge, but well timed there from Anarchy, going to avoid it.
Yeah, while Greninja is a fastballer, it's just he's slippery as a fastballer. Fox, more stubby, so you're just going to get those combos, but Greninja being able to slip through with the spot dodges and the air dodges no matter what Luigi throws out. But right now, Spickles doing a great job getting these parries and pushing Anarchy to the brink, as Anarchy trying to do his thing and get back to the stage, but not finding it as a nair. Back air almost going to take it, but Spickles finding more of that advantage as we were talking about earlier. And the up smash too, calling out the jumps too. We're talking about those jumps from Anarchy to in the spots with grab, but just he's been doing it so much to try and find that landing aerial that Spickles taking those stocks with it.
Yeah, and did Spickles parry Hydro Pump earlier? Today
Yes.
I learned.
I
did not know that was a thing.
Hitbox, it does damage.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can parry Hydro Pump. It's just, we haven't seen it because he's been off stage getting edge guarded by Hydro Pump, so you can't parry in the air. Imagine if you could.
Yeah, there's not a lot of application to that, I think. I just thought it was an interesting thing to note. Nice little nair out of the combo there, and we're seeing a lot of that out of
if you parry Hydro Pump at ledge, you can edge guard Greninja because he's in frame disadvantage.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I didn't know it froze him like that.
It froze him for a second earlier, and he didn't get much off of it. He got a Zair off of it, but you can punish Greninja in that spot.
That's cool.
And he's going to just take the stock with the up tilt.
Why not? Just up tilt.
He's getting this explosiveness on lock as Spickles looking for a reverse 3-0.
It seems like he's picking apart some habits here. We're seeing some adaptation to not just, the parries are great, but then the parries do not create an opening on their own. Or they create an opening, but they create sort of like a 50-50 mix-up. Like, what are you going to do after I hit you with the down tilt? And Spickles really only needs to guess right, once to take a stock.
Yeah, and especially since those parries, right? They're forcing Anarchy to jump a lot more, empty jump, rather than just landing with the aerial. And that is opening up the up tilt, that is opening up the nair into the kill. So we're going to have to see if Anarchy, going back to small battlefield, can adjust that game plan. Maybe start getting some grabs of his own when Spickles is just parrying on lock.
Yeah, they're right into it before the camera even switches. Luigi was on the platform harassing him, and
Oh no,
oh
and that is
no.
the stock. The Spickles is online.
Yeah, Spickles has woken up. He has put the frog to bed here on this first stock. And, okay, a little combo of Anarchy's own coming out here, but that doesn't really compare.
No, not at all. I mean, the explosiveness we saw from Anarchy in the first two games was reliant on those reads, but now Spickles being more awake and more potent to punish Greninja's bad options.
Ooh.
I like the counter attempt with like how Spickles has been throwing out aerials in those spots, but not going to get there that time. But
yeah, either an aerial or a cyclone. He was looking for either one there as a punish, but going to find a grab instead. Ledge trapping and edge guarding are what it's all about here for Anarchy. He needs to find these because he's not winning in a raw on-stage battle, but he will find one that way with a down tilt to up smash.
Yes, indeed. Anarchy finding that opening, but now has to make his way back as Spickles fully online at this point with advantage, so you can't be as precarious with the aerials as you were earlier in the set.
All right, 64 though. This could have been so much worse for Anarchy here on the second stock. Already doing half the percentage, and he's got him in a ledge trap situation. Spickles trying to work his way back. Shuriken being used for some pressure, but no conversion going to come off of it this time.
It's gonna hold on. Getting the up tilt, but the trade not gonna give Spickles the opportunity to get that kill as Anarchy slowly finding his way back, but finding himself in a bit of an edge guarding situation himself. Has to be careful here. He missed the tech earlier against Spickles and lost the stock quite early in game 2. So you just gotta make sure he doesn't fall flat to the Luigi ledge traps. Because we haven't seen Luigi do a lot of these ledge traps. It's always Greninja. It's always Anarchy. So.
Yeah, he's been getting like little bits of chip damage off the ledge traps. They haven't really turned into kills that often. It's mostly been the raw on-stage stuff that has turned into big advantages. Another parry.
Smash.
Yeah, mixing up the option there. He knows he can kill without doing anything fancy, so he just takes the raw punish.
And he's going to just continue to just bold. Anarchy not going to get the up smash. We're getting a little too excited there, but staying strong on stage, not having to worry about it as the up tilt's starting to come out. Greninja having one of the best jumps in the game, so he can just get out of that no problem. But he's got to find his way in and take the stock because all it takes is one opening from Spickles to change this to a 2-2 set.
Okay, still has his jump, I think, so he's not dead yet, but
no, good
that'll
challenge,
do it.
Good trade from Anarchy and Spickles on tournament stock right now. Anarchy having to be careful here. At this point, one opening is going to take it, and it is double parry off of the back air into the up B. We're getting to game 5, Solo Jones.
Don't you love when you make a call out as a commentator, like, I wonder if parrying is going to be the key to this matchup, and then you see it come to fruition. He is getting so good at parrying those back airs and finding big punishes off of it. It's now up to Anarchy to mix more and more and try to find a different way to get in.
It feels like he hasn't changed it up too much. I feel like he's too scared to grab, which it makes sense. If he misses an opportunity, he's a fast faller as Greninja. He's going to get thrown, boom, boom, bam, my stock is gone, and I need to play off the back foot as Greninja. And even though I could get these edge guards, they're very lengthy and they work quite well, I'm not going to get that same explosiveness like Spickles because that's just my character.
Oh, I see what happened now. Spickles has the mana from heaven. He's eating the best Pop-Tarts flavor, and that's where he got his power from halfway through this set. He's eating a s'mores Pop-Tart in between games in this set. So if you know, you know. Eat one of those every set, you'll win no matter what.
And he's making it work as we go back to Battlefield. Oh, wait, go to Battlefield. Actually, I don't think we went Battlefield.
Yeah, I don't think we've been here.
Interesting. I mean, Greninja does a really great job at getting the Battlefield tech chases as we're seeing right now, giving more mix in his landings so he doesn't have to rely on having to mash an aerial to land like we saw in the previous games this set. So good pick from Anarchy here. Taking those first 2 games really meant a lot as he has counter pick advantage. So finally making some experimentation with the Battlefield pick, and Spickles off the back foot trying to get anything going as Anarchy just continues to stay strong.
Whoa, what was that trade? That's going to result in an offstage Greninja. And now, Spickles, again, he's finding these Zairs. He goes for the second grab, and Anarchy doing a great job of not getting hit by them very often. More often than not, the risk-reward favors jumping there. It's up to Spickles to find a good call-out.
Yeah, no jump online. This could be huge for Anarchy if he can just hold on, but no. Spickles is going to make it back, but at 100%, Anarchy doing a great job just keeping Spickles at bay and using the platforms not only just to avoid getting hit by Spickles in these landing situations, but just to maneuvering around everything so well as the back air taking that first stock with Anarchy only taking 14%.
Yeah, Anarchy needs to hit these edge guards. He cannot drop those or he is giving Spickles one more chance to find a big combo. And so far this game, he's done a great job of pushing every advantage he gets.
A nice ledge trap sequence coming on from Spickles too. Not going to get the kill.
Great parry,
Great
but
spacing.
The spacing from Anarchy going to make that safe on parry. Still another big up B coming out. Not quite going to kill, but 108 now on the board. And this, okay, just back throw.
FDI, sending Anarchy into another edge guarding situation. Not going to find it though. Battlefield having a higher ceiling than the stages we've seen so far as well, so that up B not going to kill as effectively, but it doesn't matter when Greninja can just carry you up to the top blast zone and get that kill anyway.
Yeah, Spickles going for another Cyclone, but Anarchy not falling for it. That dash attack does have kill power, but not quite enough to take it here.
Spickles needs to take the stock. Again, having that higher ceiling really benefiting Anarchy right now as he can just traverse through these spots, but again, that dash attack kill power coming in right there, taking that stock. As Spickles evening it out. One grab away from making it even, but Anarchy making it super difficult to really find it.
Yeah, and going for some more grabs here. Not getting punished for them necessarily as much as I think Anarchy would hope. But honestly, I think that just shows Anarchy's great discipline, right? If he can't punish it, he's not going to try to force his way in. He's waiting for his opening. Nair going to connect into a trade, and the tech chase not quite going to happen, but he does continue to put pressure on the plat. And it's up to Spickles now to fight his way back in, which he does, but down tilt, up smash, not quite going to take it.
It's a little bit scary for Anarchy right now, though. He's in disadvantage, 77%. That lead
His
he has
jump's
gone,
gone.
and the forward air off of a little bit of suspect DI, too, giving Spickles the sudden shift back. And now he has the lead in a Game 5 probably going to be last stock, most likely, as Anarchy hits the forward air, not quite going to kill Spickles. He's been so good with these edge guards all set, and that's going to not stop.
No.
But he's going to get the side B, 42% right now for Anarchy. So how is he going to hold on?
Yeah, you can't be missing those in these clutch situations. Definitely might cost him. Back air doing a ton of damage here, and Spickles is getting to the point where he doesn't need anything huge. He doesn't need anything explosive. He just needs to keep winning these little interactions, and now you have to hit this edge guard if you're Anarchy, and he misses it.
But the forward air going to come out, taking that stock. Okay, Spickles getting out of his chair a little bit. Both players super tapped in. If they've never played on a 4-4, clearly the first time they're playing today had to have gone Game 5 last stock. And Anarchy getting such a good drag down, getting Spickles all the way up to 73%. The lead just keeps turning in the favor of one another. Who will get that last hit? And Battlefield being so good at making sure neither of them get that kill off the top. We've been relying on those horizontal kills. And Anarchy doing such a great job. Spickles going low, not quite going to find it. And no, the up smash not coming out for Anarchy. Both these players throwing out their kill options right now, trying to see who can get that last strike and move on in this bracket. Anarchy, especially being from the Carolinas, he wants to keep at home and stay alive for the South Carolina natives, as Carolina just needs more of these players in the bracket. Not going to find the edge guard, though.
Yeah, this is terrifying here. You definitely, oh my gosh, I was going to say you want to be Greninja in this situation because stray hits are more common, but a huge back air found for Spickles turns into a situation where he's actually the one in disadvantage, and dash attack not quite going to connect.
A missed tech, not going to get punished by Spickles. Could it be to the detriment? The parry off the forward air, no punish. Both these players feeling the pressure right now, both of them at almost identical percents, as Anarchy just using the platforms to his advantage to just jump around. Like, he doesn't have to worry about it.
Oh, the slip off!
Slip off, double slip off, not going to take the stock, though. Anarchy holding on. Spickles doing a great job at keeping Anarchy at bay. One bad jump is all it takes for Spickles just to get the stock. He's going to give up center stage and going to get back
Oh,
aired.
no!
I don't think that was a great call from Spickles, as Anarchy getting the ledge trump, preventing the reverse 3-0. And you were talking about it to start the set. That frogs in the creeks in the south. The hands were it was in the hands, but it just hopped right on out.
Slipped on out of there.
Slipping and sliding through this loser's bracket and continuing to keep his bracket run alive. The Spickles out of this tournament.